Everything goes according to plan. I don't know exactly what the plan is, but everything goes according to plan. Guy gets out of there, stays the night, because obviously you have to recoup, right? Sneaks back a little bit later without his buddy the farmer there to spot. He gets into the stirrups, no spotter. He gets that stallion in there. He's in the stirrups, no spotter. The stallion does what a stallion does, especially when you're in a stirrups, no spotter. Sorted. Oh my god, is that gonna bother me? Sorted. It's been a little bit. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. For those who are just joining us, my name is Quentin or Dr. Q. This is the LAYT Podcast. And how you doing? I hope you're having a nice day, man. I'm having a pretty good one. I've been having a few good ones lately, and a big part of it is, well, this and things like this is just being creative, you know. Well, I appreciate y'all being around. Kind of wanted to get right into it and talk about a few different things. First off, I don't like to talk about. I'm trying to do less of the explaining things and just trying to talk, if that makes sense. But over the past few weeks, I haven't been uploading. I guess it was past couple weeks. I was having a little bit of a tough time there, coming up into my year date of not drinking. You know, it was this time last year when I was just a few days into not drinking any alcohol. And lately I've been feeling, well, I mean, with everything going on, there's all the added pressures, right? But even more so lately, I think I was doing a little bit of a reflection because I am coming up on a year. And it was one of those things where I was looking around at where I was at, if that makes sense, or all the things. Here's what I was doing. I was focusing on the negatives for one. I was thinking of all the things I had lost in the last year, at least how my situation had changed. How about that? I don't work at a liquor store anymore. Sure, I was working at a kitchen. Currently, I'm unemployed, which is a damn shame. But, you know, that's not my fault, you know? If anything, I was on a great fucking path. I'm still on a great fucking path. It's just, you know, sometimes the road in front of you, it caves. You don't keep driving straight. You fucking find a way around. You detour, baby. And coming up into this year mark, which was on the 9th, I just been feeling a lot. I don't want to talk too much about it. I want to maybe give myself the space to think and feel my way through it and just, you know, I've been reminding myself lately that I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my initial reaction to things. That if I am not initially actually reacting to things, that the person I choose to be can, I don't know what he can do, but it's going to be better than what it was. That's it. I think that's it. And something that had just been bothering me lately was I'd been focusing too much on the things that have changed that are just gone. I'm trying not to say it, but things that I have lost over the past year, but everyone's lost over the past year due to no fault of our own, right? So trying to focus on those things is just like trying to focus on a obstacle right in front of you. A fucking I remember once I was biking home from work and I was just hopping up onto a curb. I was speeding across the road trying to avoid traffic because I'm an asshole and I just ride my bike wherever the fuck I want. And hopped up on the curb without thinking about it. on the curb, fucking on the curve. And in front of me, unbeknownst to me, this fucking gas line just hops out of nowhere. It probably wasn't there before. And instead of going left, right, I mean, obviously going right ain't that great because I'm going right into traffic. Going left ain't that hot because I'm going into a fence or something like that. I decided to ride straight into the fucking pole. I enact, you know? I let the fact that something's coming at me fucking stop me from acting and hurting myself, baby. That's bad. Not fun. Not fun. Ow, that's not fun either. These are pretty fun. I have a pretty high opinion of these. If you are simply listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or another audio only platform, I'm currently rocking the shredders. There's something special to them, something special about them. As long as I'm shredding, you know, I'm gonna keep shredding. If I feel the shred in my heart, I feel comfortable living the shred, you know? So I'm gonna keep shredding. This feels good. Feels comfortable. It feels good to be back sitting here, man. I had to take those couple days just to have a little bit of time to myself. Being honest, for a little while there, going up to the year point, I actually thought I was going to drink again. But it was, you know, I'm trying not to talk too much about it because I'm more, you know, working through some things. But a big thing that helps me is, you know, no matter what struggle I'm going through, I'm not alone. You're not alone. Either other people are going through it or they can relate or they've been through it, you know, and they're on the other side. And sometimes that's all you need, man, is to know that, hey, going down this trail, it might look scary. There might be some tree branches in your way. You're not going to know what's around that corner because you're going to have a bunch of them coming up, man. It's just corner, 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 corner. You're going to have no idea where the fuck you're going. But you know you got a buddy on the other side who's been through all those corners. He can't tell you exactly what corners to take because everybody's going to have a different path through this fucking bullshit, right? It gets a little messy once you're in there taking some turns. But as long as you keep on going forward and getting through that, you can get through it, man. Someone else has already. You got this. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm taking it just like I was last year. Just like I was telling myself last year, one day at a time. One day at a time. And doing that, I've actually been able to start doing a lot more lately here, creatively. I've started creating some gaming videos again. Recently uploaded the first episode of 7 Days to Die Let's Play called Horde Every Other Night. Basically, this is a zombie survival game, right? Where you can destroy the entire world, have a lot of fun. A little bit similar to that game I was playing and a little known for before, Minecraft. But has a little bit of a different aspect to it, right? And I have a lot of fun playing this game. But more than even playing this game, I have so much fun fucking making videos for it. I keep on just having ideas and I have my little notebook. I'm writing down ideas. I'm, you know, just getting more into the editing process. I'm watching videos on how to edit. I'm watching videos on the game itself, just trying to learn more, just trying to have more fun, trying to figure out how I can just create better and better content. And that first video, I mean, it's nothing crazy, you know? It was just me spending a little bit of time down there. And it's something I've been wanting to do for so long. It's so satisfying to me. Man, I'm happy to be doing it again. I'm going to keep doing it. But just being back in this zone where I can actually do that, man. I can make something like this, make a podcast. I can stream. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a stream here. Pardon me, later. It's nice to be back doing this stuff, you know? It's really nice to be back doing this stuff. I think that when I was drinking last year, I kept on picturing myself doing these things and kept on writing down ideas, a little bit similar to what I'm doing now. But what I was doing was more telling myself, or trying to tell myself, hey man, you can do all of these things. These are all the things you can do. Look at how cool you are. These are all the things you can do. These are all the things you can do. And that's all I was doing, was just telling myself that. Just fucking stroking myself. Like, what the fuck? It's so dumb, man. But that's where I was, you know? And now I don't feel comfortable just telling myself stuff anymore. I'm like, fuck, I have all these ideas, man. I have too many that I want to do. I just need to start on one so I can get onto another one. You know what I mean? Or I can start doing more onto the one idea I have and just keep on adding on to it. I don't know where I want to go with it. I tweeted this out the other night, but it doesn't really matter where you start as long as you fucking start. That's it. All that matters is that you start doing the things that you want to do. If it doesn't come out the way you want, you know what you do. You don't get upset at that and say, well, I guess I can't do this. You say, shit, I got some ideas for next episode. You know, I got some ideas for the next one. Already on this series, there's a few different ideas I've had. Like, and things that I'm going to do. Like, I noticed on the first episode, I didn't have any music really, other than in the first bit, in the intro. And I only noticed that after I already had it uploaded. I have it privated. I have it ready to upload, ready to go. I'm thinking to myself, I don't have to release this right now. I can go ahead and delay it and re-render and everything, and I can add all the music again. I can pick all that out. What I'm going to be doing is really just delaying this and just trying to put it back more, and I'm just going to put more perfection into it. And these, like, does it really matter? No, it didn't really matter. I mean, it's still a pretty good first episode. Now I know more what I'm going on, or what I need to go into the second episode with. You know, I had a lot of fun making this first one, but one thing I noticed that I didn't have is an intro. So I'm actually gonna make an intro. Like, I know how to do that. Why don't I fucking do it? This is also making me realize that these skills that I have in being able to put together a show like this, I can start showing what I could do for somebody else, for, let's say, a just a larger production. You know what I mean? Setting up the sound, setting up the editing to flow naturally, setting up intro for production, figuring out, you know, the topic of the video, figuring out the thumbnail that's designed on its own. All of this stuff is stuff I know how to do. I can refine that. I can do it better. I can show people, be like, hey, look what I did. Look at the type of content I was able to make, the audience I was able to garner doing that. I could do something similar for your company doing this. Like, this is all, it's how I was thinking about YouTube before, how I always thought about it. But what you're doing is you're making forever, right? This is something you can show people. This is something representative of yourself. This is something that will stick. It's like making a song. You know, when you release music, even if you don't make that big of a deal about it, releasing a song itself puts a piece out there into the universe that won't go away. It might not be reached by a lot of people, but maybe someone will connect with it, and that's kind of enough, you know? I think that's like that, combined with the fact that, you know, on a place like YouTube, you can keep these things for pretty much, like, there's knock on wood and everything, but it seems like you're not going to lose all your YouTube videos anytime soon, right? So it's one of those things where you can make something for people to find later. You can make something, just something that represents you. You can use it as an opportunity to show people, hey, look what I can do. Look at the type of content I can create, you know? I think that's important to me, because I've decided for a while now that I want to create content. That's what I want. I want to do that as a creative job, right? As a creative job. I want to do that shit for a living, baby. I know it's tough because I've done it before, but shit, the work of it, the work of it I can do. The time it takes, the dedication you have, that is very difficult. That is something that I really envy from a few of my peers, man. There's some people I really look up to who I'm like, wow, the fact that you've been able to do this for how long, no matter what you're doing, you know, the fact that Jerome, for example, I need to take out my glasses and get a little serious for this. The homie Jerome ASF, for example, the fact that he's been able to do what he's been able to do, creating content, expanding the type of content he's creating, and always doing something where he's trying to learn and trying to do better. It's insane. I mean, obviously I understand it in like an academic perspective, like from an academic point of view, like, damn, every day you have to get up with a plan and you have to like have organization. You have to know what you're doing. That's fucking difficult. I don't understand how to do that, right? Like, not in the same way that dude does. And that's something that I look up to that dude for, right? I think that it'll take time, but I can work up to that. It'll take time, but I can do it. I mean, I didn't even think that I'd be able to make it a day without drinking last year. But after eventually switching that in my mind to all I have to do is make a day, you know, you make one day, and then the next day, all you have to do is make one more day. And maybe in that day, you find that you're struggling for a while. Well, all you have to do is make an hour, man, and then just make another hour. Find something to distract yourself. Try to make 2 hours, you know? Find something else to distract yourself. All of a sudden, a day's gone by, and you just made another day. As long as you can break things down, man, I think I can manage it. I was about to go on another tangent about something, but I think that's what it comes down to, just breaking things down into manageable chunks, keeping at it. That's what I'm going to be doing, you know? Especially with this creative stuff. Like, I'm so excited to, after this is all done, go and I actually don't even know if I want to stream or I want to edit. Like, what the fuck? I'm just excited to edit. That's a weird point to be at, to be hyped to edit. But, you know, creatively, man, that shit's fun as fuck. Just hopping in there, getting into the mix of the DaVinci Resolve, hitting split. Ooh, watch this split. And then I split over here. And then, ooh, I'll delete. I deleted that section there, baby. Ooh, shit. Wham, bam. Shit's clean. Transition. It's fun to get into the flow of things. A lot of fun. I feel like this has been a bit of a downer episode, man. But I've been having a good one. I don't know. This kind of thing, I feel so funny talking about it, but I know that talking about it helps me and it helps other people. That's one of the main ways that it helps me is like when I hear someone say, hey, man, you know, seeing how open you are with your struggles and the fact that you, it sounds, I think someone said something like you're still going, but I wanted to say that you're still struggling. But just the fact that you're still going, you know, like that's all you have to do, man, is just keep going. And I think that's all that person was hoping that I would keep doing, is just keep going. And I really appreciated reading that, you know, that I was helping that person, because that's what they were talking about is, hey, you know, I can really relate to your struggles with your mental health or, you know, with your addictions. And that made me feel pretty good, man. You know, it's a little bit of a pressure, but it's also no, I'm just going to say it's a pressure, but it's a good pressure. You know, it's like a hug. A hug's a pretty good pressure. Unless you really don't want a hug for some reason. I've not wanted a hug pretty recently. I've definitely been in that state lately. When I get anxious enough, sometimes all I need is a hug. And sometimes I'm like, yo, everything stay away from me, please. I need a bubble that is made out of nothing to be wrapped around me, please. Can I get a force field? Yo, any hippie chicks got a chakra I can put around me real tight? Just keep everyone away. It's a repellent chakra. Maybe a deep chakra. I was having a lot of fun, though, this past little while, man. Especially once I came to that realization that I can just take some of this creative stuff, the YouTube and the gaming, take it one day at a time, but just start it. You know, once I started doing that, it started making me start more, you know? It's a little bit of thinking. It's a little bit of stopping my thinking. Even more than that, I think. God, I'm back on this shit again. I guess I want to talk about it, man. I guess I want to talk about it. I think someone telling me that I helped, hearing that I was open about talking about it, helped me. Just be like, oh shit, well, if it helps one person, I'm kind of cool with doing it, you know? Just, it's cool with me, dog. Kind of freeballed the first part of this episode, but let's take a look at what YouTube has to say. I mean, not YouTube, sorry. My fucking phone. My notes. What do we got? Oh, hey, by the way, look at this. I managed to pick up a fancy schnancy new keyboard. It's called the GK61. Big fan of this bad boy. Very colorful. Very nice and easy to use. Like, I don't know if I can bring it over this far. Very nice and easy to use. I believe I picked it up at the suggestion of... I can't recall who suggested it from chat, but picking it up was a little bit of a leap of faith for me. But it's a pretty cheap leap of faith compared to the other ones I was looking at, man. Like, for me personally, given how many games I play, how much typing I do, I want a mechanical keyboard. I want something that's going to feel really comfortable in my hands. You know, I want something that's going to work. I need something that just has a little bit of I can fall in love with. I have no idea how smooth that was, but I hope that I was kind of sitting where I should be. Aren't these pretty? And isn't that keyboard pretty? I'm kind of in love with it. I like it. I got them brown keys. I don't know why that makes me giggle. Just having brown keys. This is brown. It's like poop. Now we're going to get a little weird. Like pretty damn weird. Like this is going to make some of y'all understandably uncomfortable. This is going to make some horse girls like really comfortable, like weirdly comfortable. But people I didn't expect it to be making comfortable were businessmen on trips with their families. Confusing little thing to be talking about, Quentin. What are you talking about? Well, on stream, we talked about something that I'm surprised more people weren't aware of. It was something like, I'd say like a good 90% of the people who were in the chat, actively chatting, had no idea what I was talking about when I mentioned Mr. Hands. Now, if you don't know what Mr. Hands is, all of this knowledge, by the way, is just coming kind of off the top of my head. So please, if I get anything wrong, try to forgive me. You know, don't put me in the stirrups or nothing. Don't go crazy. But Mr. Hands is a pretty famous internet story, right? I don't know how this got brought up on stream. I'm pretty sure someone was just talking about someone was being a little bit over the top, a little OTT in the chat, right? And they mentioned horse fucking. I don't know how, why, where, when, or what, but that made me think of Mr. Hands, who was a businessman on a trip with his family in Washington State. Can't recall exactly where. But, you know, standard business guy. One reason or another says, hey, wife and child, we're going on a business. I have to go over here. Y'all should come with. We'll go to a hotel, motel, a Holiday Inn, maybe a place with a pool. So y'all have something to do during the day while I'm going and doing very big business. I got very big business. There's very big business to do out there. I got to keep these business contacts stable. He shows up. Maybe he does a business. Maybe he doesn't do a business. I have no idea. He shows up in Washington. He has himself an ulterior motive. And that motive is to go and get down with a thoroughbred. Essentially, the idea is there's a dude who owns a farm and some horses with some cocks. I don't know whether the dude and the horses had a conversation about this or whether the horses were like given drugs to perform. I don't know the situation, right? I don't know if these were unconsenting horses, you know? All I know is that there was this place you would go and you'd fuck a horse. Or, well, I don't know if you would fuck a horse, but a horse would definitely fuck you. I say definitely, as you'll understand a little bit further into this story. So this gentleman shows up. Hello there, cowboy. Tip of the morning to you. And he tips his cowboy hat to him. Other guy tips the cowboy hat back. Says, welcome to the Dude Ranch. Let's get you well duded. They go to a stable area. One dude gets strapped in, right? Businessman gets into the business position. Horse gets brought in. I don't think I should be. Oh, God. Everything goes according to plan. I don't know exactly what the plan is, but everything goes according to plan. Guy gets out of there, stays the night, because obviously you have to recoup, right? Sneaks back a little bit later without his buddy, the farmer, there to spot. He gets into the stirrups, no spotter. He gets that stallion in there. He's in the stirrups, no spotter. The stallion does what a stallion does, especially when you're in a stirrups, no spotter. And he literally fucks the insides out of this guy. Dude dies, perforated colon. His wife and his child are at the Motel Hotel Holiday Inn. He's in here stirrups, no spotter. I mean, that's a rough way to go. But that's the story of Mr. Hands. There's plenty of lessons to be learned here. Big one is always have a spotter. Another big one. You never really know anyone, do you? I mean, maybe his wife and kid did know. Maybe he's like, hey, I'm here to do a business. And they're like, oh, does this business want any carrots? I don't think the wife was in on it. That's an absurd thought. That is disgusting, Quentin. How dare you? How dare you, Q? Fucking dastardly. I'm just wondering, like, I'm sure that the farmer got in trouble, right? Like, do you think the horse got in trouble for manslaughter? Did they send out the same people who go to wrangle cats, put some cuffs on this dude around his ankles, or put like a fucking, I'm thinking they'd have they'd probably use like the same thing that you'd use for handcuffs as a cock ring for this guy. Cause there's really, what else would you use, right? Like they got to put that away. That's not really humane, though. Do you think I don't think PETA would stand for it. I think that they would probably send someone out there. You know, it's just not humane to leave this animal that's been fucking all day, every day on its own, right? Especially not leave it with some weird, like, handcuff cock ring on it. That's just weird. Police, what are you doing? Stop punishing animals like this. So some PETA person gets out there. And now what they have to do, this is a horse with blue balls trying to do what a horse does. How inhumane to leave it like that. And here's where Mr. Hands Part 2 starts. Fucking stable boogaloo. Guess what happens? Got another few PETA employees taken out by the old stables no stirrups. Fucking no spotter. It's just one of those stories where it's like, how did I know about that in middle school? Like, the internet's kind of fucked up, you know? It's kind of a fucked up place. It's all sorts of shit you hear about as a kid that you don't think about from vis-a-vis the internet. And it's like, how the fuck was I exposed to that? But it's like, oh, because I was a kid just doing what a kid does, trying to fucking find everything I could online. Oh, something I shouldn't look at? Let me fucking peep that shit. Like, how dumb. That shit scars you. I shouldn't know that much about some dude getting fucked by a horse. I think there might have been a documentary about it. Documentary? Did I say that weird? I would like to shoot a documentary. It's a documentary. Why does that sound so weird to me? Documentary. I like watching documentaries. That doesn't sound right to me. Somebody tell me, am I saying this wrong? Do I even know what English is? Fuck, this is bothering me. Bothering me? That's not right. I think it's the glasses. I'm going to get the glasses on. Maybe if I see straight, I can actually fucking talk. And I hope everybody's doing good with everything, you know? I know, especially down in the States, we might not want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Down in the States, y'all are having a bit of a crazy time. There's some insanity going on. I just hope everyone's all right, man. Like, it's the election, people got to vote, all that. I just hope everyone's doing all right. This is insanity, bro. It has been driving me insane watching some of this shit. Admittedly, I need to just close Twitter more and close Reddit more and close Instagram more and close Facebook. I don't really like Facebook ever, but close it all and just ignore it and just fucking make a video instead. Just do that. Every time I find myself like, I hate this, I should just be like, oh, okay, close that. Don't open it anymore today. Only make video or stream. Just something, right? Just like get out of that shit. But what the fuck, dads? How is your how you're fucking I'm not even gonna I don't want to make a joke out of it, but just it's insane to me that old Prezi Prez fucking turnip. I say I'm not gonna make a joke out of it, and I say Prezi Prez fucking turnip. He is making a statement saying some shit like, don't be afraid of coronavirus, don't let it rule your life, etc., etc. You took a helicopter from your house to the hospital where you got rooms full of treatment. You got treatment before you got into a state where you would be allowed treatment if you were anybody else. You have a job and a position, which doesn't mean that you were negatively affected by coronavirus in the same way that anybody else is who works on just a different level than you. A huge percentage of the world. And don't be afraid. Don't let it rule your life. Oh my God. It's just bananas to me. The blatant disregard for other people, you know? Well, it's not even blatant. It's like blatant disregard, like bordering on like actual, like, it's very irresponsible and will result in people dying, which is insane. You know, it's so stressful. Sometimes you just gotta turn off everything. Yeah. And just hopefully get your head out of that state for a second, man. And that maybe that's what you were trying to use this for. And if so, I'm such a dick. You can just metaphorically give me a nut tap. Metaphorically, I mean hypothetically. I don't even mean hypothetically. I don't like that thought because someone might be like, "Oh, I just hit your dick hypothetically, bro," and then hit me in the dick. Don't hit me in the dick at all unless it's in your imagination. I would be happy if you hit my dick in a dream. That sounds like I'm dreaming about you hitting my dick. That's weird. I'm, I don't even want to joke about that because if you start joking about things like that, eventually your brain starts putting it into your situations, and all of a sudden, 3 months later, I can only beat off to dudes getting squished by cement trucks. It's like, whoa, Q. I tweeted this earlier, and I definitely firmly believe it right now, man. But however you're doing well right now, however you're doing right now, as long as you're putting one foot in front of the other, my friend, and you're trying, you're doing better than you probably should be, man. This shit's tough right now. There's a lot of craziness going on. So if you're getting more done than that, I'm fucking proud of you. If you're not able to get a lot done, but you are trying, then I'm fucking proud of you. I tweeted it. I don't know if I tweeted it. I might have just put in my drafts, but dude, 1% better than I was before is still better than I was before. All right. Don't let the rate of your growth stunt your growth. Don't let the rate of your growth stop you from growing. All right. Just keep fucking going, man. One day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time if you need to. Just fucking get through it. Figure it out. Maybe play a song. Play just a song that you really like and be like, I can get through this song. Maybe I can get through this album without doing whatever it is that I don't want to do or without, being in a funny place. Maybe I can just get through this time, right? And just get through it, man. Get through it the best you can. I believe in you. You got this. This has been a funny episode for me to record. I'm not going to try to speculate on it too much, but I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate y'all. I hope everybody's having a good one. I keep on saying that, and it's because I really do. I hope you are having a good one. With whatever you're having to deal with, I hope that you are managing, my friend. Hope you're managing. Joe, it just started snowing today. What the fuck? Okay, I'll see you guys later, man. I love you. Bye.